evening, everybody. Welcome to my channel. It's a late one here for me, but I figured, why not? We got to keep the content coming because you guys want it. I know you want it. Chances are you probably don't want it, actually, but you're gonna get it anyway. We're gonna do another Tom MacDonald one, and you're probably thinking that I'm running the Tom MacDonald reaction channel, and that's valid. That's valid. I can't hate on you for that, but it's not. So if you guys have any other suggestions, I'm glad to react to whatever videos you send my way. But I personally am going down the Tom MacDonald rabbit hole right now. So I figure, this being a reaction channel, I should take you guys with me. We're gonna do Race War because it's just an attention-grabbing title. I have a feeling it's not doesn't mean what we think it means, knowing what little I do know about Tom so far. So I'm not gonna blab too much because what you're really here for is to see what I have to say about Race War. So let's get right into it.
It's okay to be racist, as long as you hating on the Caucasians, teaching white kids that their shade's the same as school shooters and rapists. Maybe I'm tripping because the white children have been getting taught that they got white privilege by the white guys in the high heels who identify as the white women. I'm not proud to be.
No lies detected on that one. The white kids are told they have white privilege by the white guys in high heels who identify as the white women. I mean, facts are facts. Have you been online, in the past 3, 4, 5 years? That's what's happening, You can hate me for saying what I'm saying, and you can hate Tom for saying what he's saying, but that is what we're seeing.
White, but I'm fine with it, cause I'm not allowed to have pride in it, cause the colonizers and the white bigots made white history my business. I ain't never gonna give a damn if you like me. I ain't gon' trip when they stereotype me. I'm a white boy, and a white boy like me knows that all lives matter. Bite me. When I was younger, they taught me to never see.
I'm gonna run that back a little bit. A white boy like me knows that all lives matter. Bite me. The last video I did, we did his song Cancelled, and he kind of mentions maybe a little more about that. He basically says that Black Lives Matter was a valuable movement, but All Lives Matter isn't racist or stupid. So when you're gonna say a white boy like me knows all lives matter, bite me, there's definitely gonna be a segment of the population who are instantly gonna, back up. They're not gonna like that. But you have to understand what Tom is trying to say there. He's not trying to devalue Black lives or the movement, quite frankly. But he's just saying that all lives do matter. Bite me.
The colonizers and the white bigots made white history my business. I ain't never gonna give a damn if you like me. I ain't gon' trip when they stereotype me. I'm a white boy, and a white boy like me knows that all lives matter. Bite me. When I was younger, they taught me to never see color, to treat every man as if he was my brother. But now that we're grown up, we hate one another for all of the ways that we struggle and suffer. They coming for blood and we running for cover. The government wants us divided and dumber, addicted and drunk in the gutter, so we never wake up and never recover.
Still not detecting any lies, and I do have the lie detector on full blast. Ultra sensitivity to really pick up on things, and so far nothing. But he's right. I mean, without just throwing my age out there, I did a bulk of my growing up in the 90s, and I gotta tell you, the country and people seemed a whole hell of a lot less divided back then. This just wasn't on our radar. We were just living. There's a lot of different time periods in this country that people will call like the heyday. In my opinion, the 90s was like the heyday. I mean, it seemed like the economy was good. People weren't hating each other the way we are now. We weren't at war with each other the way we are now. But now we're grown up, and I don't think it's a young kids' innocence versus adult thing either. I think it's just the time. It's just the time. Whether you were... See, children now, I don't think are growing up the same way. I think they are growing up to hate. I think they're picking it up on social media, they're picking it up on the news, and they're probably picking up from their parents a little bit because, it's just being shoved down everyone's throat. But what Tom's saying is that when he was a kid, when I was a kid, our time period, it wasn't like this. Something changed for the worse in this country, and people need to realize that. And we're all in this together. We're all struggling right now. All of us. All races.
Call me culture vulture cause I rap good. I don't pop Zans or smoke backwoods, but they call me a wigger and label me Hitler and hate like I'm wearing a Klan hood. It ain't left or right or black or white, it's good and evil. Elite folks hate normal people. United we stand and divided we fall. America, we gotta get real. You were segregated, that was not fair. You were enslaved, they did not care. But you were never on a plantation and my generation was not there. That's trauma in your DNA, causing what we see today. I pray to God you staying strong. Don't wanna see no man in pain. You white folks, I'm embarrassed.
Yeah. Much like the all lives matter comment, what he just said there is another thing that's probably going to make some people take a step back. But again, let's break down what he said there. He basically said that, black Americans today were never slaves, and white Americans today were never slave owners. But still acknowledging how terrible it was and how that trauma lives inside lots of black Americans, as it would for anybody. But what he's trying to say here is that it didn't happen to you, and I wasn't the one doing it. So why are we hating each other? Why are we fighting about this? We can still acknowledge how bad it was, and we should, but for black Americans and white Americans today to be hating each other over that, something that none of us were alive for, is just crazy. But it's a method to keep us divided, so they keep using it, they keep perpetuating it, and they're gonna keep that history fresh in our minds for the purpose of hate. They're not keeping it fresh in our minds just so we learn from it and move on. No, that would be the proper thing to do. They're keeping it fresh in our minds so that we're still angry about it.
We stand and divided we fall. America, we gotta get real. You were segregated, that was not fair. You were enslaved, they did not care. But you were never on a plantation and my generation was not there. That's trauma in your DNA, causing what we see today. I pray to God you staying strong. Don't wanna see no man in pain. You white folks, I'm embarrassed. Some of y'all are such Karens. That prejudice you inherited was racism from your parents. Get that poison out your veins. Whites and blacks are all the same. They want us in our graves, just let me try to explain. I swear they want us in a race war, dying every day for whose lives matter more. Whoa. I won't be dying in the race war. Our government is paid for, 'cause our lives matter more. Whoa. If you born black, you lose. Might as well go get that. You gon' die before you 25, get shot over your shoes. You gon' get killed by police even when you follow the rules. If you listen to the news, you gon' believe all this is true. I ain't feel no white guilt, they don't ride for me when I'm killed. I guess white lies don't matter, it's sad, but that's the way that I feel. I feel like they feel like I don't know what they all call me. Cis white male, bigot, racist, he's a Nazi, that's not me, I'm not.
Yeah. This is obviously Adam Calhoun. I've seen that he's done a few tracks with Tom, but I haven't gone down that rabbit hole yet. But so far, I like it. And that last bar there about what they call me, white male cis something Nazi. That's not me. More facts. And especially when you look at Adam Calhoun, I mean, he looks like he would be on Duck Dynasty. Can we be honest? Or maybe the newest member of ZZ Top. I don't know. He's got that look about him, and that's the same way certain black Americans could be profiled by maybe white Americans, you know, walking towards you on the street. I'm going to cross the street. They just look like trouble. This guy, you're going to look at this guy and you're just going to think automatically he's, I don't want to say white supremacist, but you're certainly going to think redneck, right? He looks like it. So, you know, quite frankly, everybody's getting judged and labeled, and, you know, it goes back to the core of the song, which is it's happening to everyone. It's not right, but it's all part of the divide and conquer. Did I already run it back? I ran it back. Let's go.
You listen to the news, you gon' believe all this is true. I ain't feel no white guilt. They don't ride for me when I'm killed. I guess white life don't matter, it's sad, but that's the way that I feel. I feel like they feel like I don't know what they all call me. Cis white male, bigot racist, he's a Nazi. That's not me. I'm not one of these white liberal commies who think black America needs allies in their army. Your neighborhood's all gay and claim you pro-black, but you faking. Guys are dying on the pavement. All your hashtags won't save them. That ain't gangster. People begging for their life still. I know white people who can't afford to pay their light bill, who might feel like they the ones who losing their life, when the worst thing you could be is not ashamed to be white. White privilege is a system they position for division. If you black, you go to prison. If you white, your life is different. Take some money, race, religion, sprinkle in some ammunition, and make everyone believe that the other team is the villain. I ain't pro-black, I ain't pro-white, I'm pro-American.
You know, he said a line back there, and as the video kept going, I was kind of thinking about it, and I decided, yeah, I do want to pause it and mention it, and I don't want to keep pausing too much, despite the fact this is a reaction channel. You guys want to hear this song. He said, white privilege is a system they position for division. That's probably true, and that's probably a different way of looking at it. So again, let's say white privilege exists, right? And systemic racism, real thing. If the powers that be put something like that in place, now do you really think that they did it because they want white people to have an advantage, or do they know the chaos that it would cause? One group's doing better than the other group's going to have a problem with that. Now you guys are knocking heads. So I don't really know where I land on that issue right now as far as what I believe, but I do believe it's more likely that instead of trying to make just the lives of one race of people better, that they would, because they don't care, you know, the powers that be, white, black, whatever they are, they don't care about their same race, you know, the people that are beneath them. We're all just ants to them. We're all cockroaches. They don't care. So I think there's a better chance that, if anything, that would be a system put in place just to cause friction. And it's working.
Who might feel like they the ones who losing their life, when the worst thing you could be is not ashamed to be white. White privilege is a system they position for division. If you black, you go to prison. If you white, your life is different. Take some money, race, religion, sprinkle in some ammunition, and make everyone believe that the other team is the villain. I ain't pro-black, I ain't pro-white, I'm pro-American. Every color turns up bones one day when you bury them. Whites and blacks are all the same. They want us in our grave, just let me try to explain. I swear they want us in a race war, dying every day for whose lives matter more. I won't be dying in the race war. Our government is paid for, 'cause our lives matter more. They want us in a race war, dying in the streets. Should be us against them.
Oh shit, Adam can sing.
Ain't nobody gonna win. Everybody gonna see that the color of your skin don't change the color that you bleed. I swear they want us in a race war, dying every day for whose lives matter more. I won't be dying in the race war. Our government is paid for, 'cause our lives matter more.
All right, little advertisement there. We'll leave that up for Tom. I like the hook. The hook actually explained it a little more when you think about it, because he said they want us in a race war, and they want us fighting about whose lives matter more. And when you think about what's been happening, that's kind of exactly what's been happening, because then you'll have, let's just say you have a group of people screaming Black Lives Matter, and then you have another group of people screaming All Lives Matter, and then all of a sudden the group screaming Black Lives Matter is like, well, we're over here screaming Black Lives Matter. What? It seems kind of messed up that you're immediately countering that with All Lives Matter, trying to take away from what so now these two groups are fighting right there instantly. Let's not even get into, if you're going to get specific about different groups. There's Police Lives Matter, there's people who say White Lives Matter, there's all other offshoots of this, and every time there's an offshoot, every time you have another group, things get tribal and we start fighting, and that's the goal. And I believe that's exactly what Tom was trying to highlight there. That was a good one. I'm going to keep going down this rabbit hole, and I really hope you guys keep coming and taking the journey with me. But thanks for being here with me tonight, guys. Keep coming back. I appreciate you guys so much.